Hey, Chris Chesar here. I'm with Cindy Branson. Super excited to be here tonight as we are going to create a blog inside Builderall. This is the 2024 version, and it's going to be a blast. We did a practice run. Should go pretty smoothly. It's a lot easier than it used to be. But guess what, guys? The blog will eventually later this year in 2024 even get better than it is than we're going to show you. So that's really exciting. But what we like to tell everybody is even though there's going to be better things coming to the Builderall blog, you don't want to wait. You want to, because they continuously improve the tools and the product, and you can wait forever because everything can always get better as time goes on, technology advances, and so do the Builderall tools. Anything to say on that, Cindy Branson?
No, you're absolutely correct, Chris. Anytime, yeah, you just want to take action. You want to get started because you can always
Yeah.
the tools are continuously, any software is continuously getting updated. It's just the way the world and online software as a service products. So do not wait, take action, get started, and then it'll be a lot less of a learning curve when the new stuff comes.
Very true. We have some more really exciting news that even Cindy Branson does not know about. Very exciting. If you do join our Builderall team, you can click on the link in the description below where you're watching this, or go to join.cindybranson.com or go to join.chrisjesar.com. Either one, you're on the same team. You're on our Builderall team, awesome team. And we have some amazing bonuses that are coming your way as a team member. I can't disclose them yet, but I will tell you this. Shelly Turner, who is our Builderall team awesome leader, or founder, I should say, and leader, she ran them past me earlier this afternoon, and wow. Wow. I'm telling you right now, insane, insane stuff. I was going to say insane in the membrane, but
Insane in the membrane.
yeah.
Sorry.
So anyway, really excited about that. So right now we're going to get into building the blog, and we already had some great bonuses, but now they're going to be new, fresh, and exciting. And we'll go over those details once they're disclosed. Once we can announce them, we will do that in our next meeting. Now, today is February 21st, 2024. Cindy Branson, we do every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. We do YouTube Lives. We talk about Builderall mainly, Builderall training, but there are some other things that we talk about too. And Friday is Cindy's Day. What do you got in store for us on 21st, 22nd, February 23rd, 2024?
The 23rd, we are going to talk about how to use Builderall to bring a brick and mortar store or service online, or enhance your online presence that you may already have. So, just, whatever industry it might be, we are going to have a list of many, many of them so that you have a cheat sheet of what tools you could use for your particular business to bring it online in the most efficient way.
That sounds fantastic. Now, one of the reasons that we are doing this training and stuff, because we see a lot of people come in and the learning curve on any software can be tough. And that's what we do. We try to make it a lot easier for any user you got that pain of, I can't figure this software out. We're here to help. We're here to help you going. And these are just bits and pieces of training for any Builderall user out there. They don't even have to be on our team to get this training, obviously, because we're live on YouTube. Um,
Correct.
but we know the learning curve on any software can be difficult, and we want to try to alleviate a lot of that pain. And so you feel comfortable with us where you can come to us with your questions. All right, Cindy Branson, with that said, let's talk about one of the main things. First is I have to share my screen now. Share. I'm just going to share this one first. Let me know when that's shared.
It's not allowing. Oh, here we go. It took a second. It's a little bit of delay there, but you are ready to go, Chris.
So you see the best size for your
Yep.
blog pictures?
Yep.
Okay, so this is the best size to use in the Builderall blog. That's what we found. One of our team members, one of our veteran team members of Builderall team, also Mike Nelson, he uses divide this by 2. So he uses 600 by 400. I use this here, but you want to always use, and I'm bringing this up now. We'll go over this later again. You need to use the same size picture because it will make your blog look super beautiful. All right. So with that said, you can stop sharing that, and I have to share a different type of screen. Okay.
Oh, yep.
All right.
We're
So
back in our circles.
get rid of that one. Remove that one. All right. So first thing we're going to do is go into our Builderall account as soon as I get this up. All right. Let us know when you're ready.
All right, you ready to roll?
All right. Ready to roll. So now the Builderall blog is a super cool tool. You'll notice here, if you go to tools in your dashboard on the wrapper up here, if you hover over here, you don't see the blog. Now you have it right now. The blog is another tool that's inside your website builder. So if you don't see whatever plan you have and you don't see a blog, you have it in your website builder. It will eventually be a standalone tool where you'll see it out here, but right now it's a tool within a tool. Does that make sense?
It does, Chris, because the website builder and Builderall has a couple of hidden gems that aren't on the necessary tool list, but you have them included with every plan because they're right there inside of the website builder.
Correct. So let's go. You can open, say you just want to start building a blog, but you don't want to connect it to a particular website right now. That's okay. You just have to get to it by going into one of your websites. It doesn't mean you're connecting it or anything. That's the only way to open it. So I'm going to go to this here, Affiliate FastPass. I'm going to open my pages. And we got a lot of pages. You all right there?
Sorry, yeah, that was me. My bad.
I don't have a blog connected to this. You see these little dots? Those are membership areas. So they're like lockdown pages. But now we want to go on the left-hand side. So I don't know where Cindy has us right now. I can't see.
No, we're good. You're good.
So on the left-hand side, we're going to look for blog. So we're going to click on blog. And you can see this takes us to that tool. So we have a training one here. We have this one here. And then we have some stuff that I must have been testing, or I don't know. I have no idea what I built. But for this purpose, yours will be most likely blank. And all you got to do is hit the blue button here in the middle, new blog. Now, as of this filming, February 21st, 2024, this is where it is. It may be on the right-hand side, when you look at this, but you'll have the concept of how to do this. That the concept will never change. New blog. First thing you're going to ask us to do is to name our blog. And it's saying those things are required. So we're going to call it affiliate marketing. And we'll do the same here. Now, the next thing it's asking us is connect to a website. I don't want to do that right now. We're going to do that later. So I would highly recommend doing this later because during our run through, it seemed to get a little bit more confusing. So I'm going to try it, not connecting it now. If I went to connect it, I could connect it to any of my websites. I have over 200 published websites. So I can connect it to a particular website. I do want to have a thumbnail because right now it's blank. And this is where that size comes in. So to help us remember, I already uploaded them into my Builderall gallery. So save some time there. I'll pick this one for now and then we can change it later. So best blog picture, 1200 by 800 pixels. And that's all we got to do. Shrink this down a little bit and hit save. Pretty easy so far. Congratulations, your blog was created. And if you want to go learn more, they send you to a place to learn more. You can create your first post. Let's try that. Let's run through what it looks like. Okay, now see, I don't like doing it this way because I can't do it this way. To think of it,
No, you
because
have to have at least one author before you can.
yeah. So we're
Yeah.
going to have to cancel this. And what we're going to have to do is go over to the left-hand column, and we're going to do a few things first. Let's do categories first. So you want to put some categories in for your blog, and that would be niche related, of course. So whatever niche you're in, you're going to do that. And those are your keywords. Those are for things, topics for people to search. So let's do a couple of those just to get us started. So I clicked on that. I don't have any categories. Select it. And we need to go in here. So we could say affiliate marketing. Done. Now we have a category. Let's add a couple more. And you can see it's actually putting it lowercase, even though I'm typing in with the capital A, capital M, it's not going through. So I got to try to remember that. Affiliate marketing for beginners. Is that too long, you think? No, right? It's a keyword, long tail keyword, right?
Yep.
Good. We'll talk about just marketing in general. And what's the main thing when it comes to any type of marketing, Cindy Branson, especially affiliate marketing? What do you need most of other than a lot of sales and money?
Emails. You need an email list that's as long as it can possibly be.
Not where I was going, but I was thinking to get an email list, you need traffic.
Oh, well, yeah, sorry.
That's okay.
Traffic comes before the emails,
This is true. It's the
which comes
hardest
before the
part.
money.
It's the hardest part in any marketing is getting traffic to wherever. Even if you have a brick and mortar store, that's the hardest thing it is. Basically, traffic produces customers or potential customers, and that's where you want to be. All right, we'll start with that. That's enough for now to get us started. Let's go back over to the left-hand side. We did some categories. Let's do our authors now. So click on authors. Nothing here. Let's add a new author. And we're just going to put me. And you put your professional email in here. And you can put whatever email you want. But I think you should always try to stay, with something business-like. Because it helps warm your email anyway. So we'll go multiple six-figure earner in affiliate marketing. Beautiful. I mean, you should definitely put a lot more because this will be helpful too. You want to drag this down. Looks like we can open this up a little bit for us to type. We're good there. Now what we need to do is you want to connect your social media. So you definitely want to do that. So HTTPS. I mean, you should copy and paste this in as one of our other veteran Builderall team also mentioned to me. It's better to go to Facebook and get it so you don't mess up. Copy and paste. It's the best way to do because you can make mistakes here. Good. And Instagram, I'm just going to put the 2 in so you can see what's going on. And you can put your Twitter or X, whatever you want to call it today. Great. LinkedIn if you have it. YouTube. I want to put all these in if I have them. I do have a Medium account as well. All right. So where's the save button? Oh, I need to put my avatar in. Oh, there I am. Perfect. Yay. That was easy. And then hit save. There you go. We created an author. Now, if I want to create another author, you can create, what do you call, like phantom authors? Is that the correct, would that be the right ghost
Yeah, or
author?
ghost authors. Yeah.
I was hoping you'd say one or two sentences.
Okay, so with the authors in the blog, you can also have guest authors. Is another feature of this blog. We're not going to get in there, but it is a valuable
Yeah.
feature that you can have when you're, especially as a small business that you may want to collaborate with other people. Like a real estate agent may collaborate with a mortgage person that's writing a blog and have them as a guest blog.
Yes. Yes, indeed. If you need to make any edits, like I want to add some stuff, we can hit the three dots, go add my LinkedIn account, which I don't remember what it is right now, and come out, just hit save, and you're good to go. All right. That's it. That's all we really need to do right now. So let's make our first post. I mean, we could go to settings and blog settings and do our SEO. That'll be more advanced training. Right now, I just hope that everybody just builds their first blog after they watch this video. That's the goal here. Get in there, roll your sleeves up. It's not that hard. Let's do a post. You can see I have no post created. We're going to create a new post. Post title, author, and put your picture. Remember, what was it? 1200 by 800?
Correct.
All right. So let's take this one here. I think this sentence is going to be too long. So actually, let me bring this over here. And that should be good. Now, this is why we need to have an author. They want us to have an author here. So that's why it's important to do that. What's the thumbnail? So we always use Canva to go in there and boom, hit save. Pretty easy. Now all we got to do is hit the pencil. Now I think the first one, they give you this template just to help you out. So you can just kind of copy and paste over this stuff. It's completely up to you. But you can see by putting our title in here, it generated it already. So we don't have to put it back in there. So now we can just kind of go to the body of the text, and we could do it a couple ways. I don't think I want to use this template. So I think what I'm going to do is just delete it. I'd rather build things from scratch because you never know how something's going to look when you start copy and pasting stuff. So what we could do is maybe just grab this whole thing here and see if we can paste this puppy right in. And this I haven't tried yet. Not too bad. We got some font issues going on, but the copy and paste seem to work pretty good. So what I want to do, I think what I want to do here is put a subtitle. We have our title up here, and that's on a scroll. That's going to be fixed. Like that's just a little snafu thing. So let's go to our article. Remember that part that I didn't clip because I just felt it was too long? We'll make this our subtitle. Paste that in. So The title is always going to be, it should be defaulted to H1. On a blog, traditionally, H1 means your text size. Like Google Chrome and all these stuff that rank blogs, they look for certain things in a blog, and the H1 font size is going to be very important to you. You have to have at least one H1, and you have to have at least one H2. I want to make sure this is H2. So it's saying heading 1. So I want H2. And I can make it bold. And then this I don't want bold. It's too obnoxious, right? I'm going to make this 3. And I'm going to make, it's not bold. And this is very crunched up, don't you think?
Yeah, I think it is.
Yeah. So what we could do is maybe highlight this. Do you see a place where we can do line spacing? Well, there's my points. Actually, I don't see line spacing on here. No, I don't see it.
I don't see it, but it's pretty small for me on my screen right now.
Yeah. All right. So we have, this should be, our title should default to H1. And then we have our H2 and our H3. And we could change the sizes if we wanted our H3 to be our H2, our heading 2 to be a little bit bigger. We could pump it up a little bit if we wanted to, something like that. But you can mess around with that on your own. If we wanted to, maybe this is too long of a paragraph, so we kind of want to break it up where it should be broken, and you can see how it pushed me into another font size. So I'm going to go here. In fact, it's probably best if we change it all. Maybe. Okay, it's not letting me. There it goes. All right, great. And then we'll get here. Ooh, what's that? Sound like a bird.
Yeah, that's my CapCut notification on my phone.
That's really annoying.
So sorry. If it was a real bird, it wouldn't have been annoying.
No, would have been cool that you got a bird in your house. So you just kind of go in here. Hopefully you have your blog all ready to go. Whoops, I guess it was bold.
Yeah, I mean, definitely highly recommend that you write the blog out, on a doc or however you organize, stuff that you're writing, um, as opposed to writing it inside this. It'll be much more easier for you to be able to work within the blog if you're not writing it as you go.
Yeah, and I'm only doing this the first time. So this should be 2, right? I'm not going to, I want to put 4 in here, but I'm not going to bore you with all this here. We'll do the first one all the way through. Just so you get a real good feel of what it should look like or what it can look like. It's a long article too. Maybe I'll separate them all first, and then that way be easier. And you can throw pictures in here and stuff like that too if you want to. Pictures are good to have in your blogs. Here we go, finally. right, and then we'll work our way up. I mean, these can be bolded. It's all your preference. It's not a huge deal here. Oh, these are like subcategories here, aren't they? My bad. All right. This doesn't look right. All right. In pretty good shape, right?
It's coming together, looking good.
All right. So our
I,
first blog is done. I'm not going to put a picture in this one yet. We'll come back to that. I'm going to hit save. Save as your friend, your best friend, and we'll stay on the page. And then you can see up here it's toggled as draft. So we may want to just publish that. I guess we can't publish it because we don't have it connected to a website yet.
yeah, I want to guess. Your line spacing, that might have been that normal drop down. Sometime I think that might have been it.
No, that was my font size.
Oh, that's
Like
right.
the
It's
points.
not. Yeah, it's not a number. That's right. Okay. Sorry, it's
So
been a little while since I've been in blog.
yeah, no worries. So what I had to do is I came out of there and it wouldn't let me publish it. I had to come out and then publish it right here on this page. All right.
Okay.
So now what we can try to do, let's see if this works. We'll just create two more, and I won't make it as painful as that. I mean, that wasn't that horrible, right?
No, it wasn't horrible. It's only 8:30.
So we'll take this one, another super long title, and we could either start from scratch or we could try duplicating this. So we hit copy. Say we really like this format, and then we can go into that format and copy and paste the pieces in where they're supposed to go. I'm going to try it, that one on the third one. On this one, I'm going to change the title up here. So we need to, can you really make a living with affiliate marketing? I'm not sure if that's going to be too long, but let's give it a shot. All right, we'll find out. And then what we'll do is I'm going to use this as my subtitle. And yeah, that should be good. Oh, I got to copy and paste the rest of it in. Duh. Let's see what happens when we do this. It's probably just going to put it in. Oh, crow. Probably just going to put it in because I'm just doing a bulk copy and paste. Control C on Windows, and that copies it. Come to the blog. Control V as in victory, and it would be just command. Yeah, so it didn't format it the way I wanted it to. I'm not going to go in here and fix this one because I don't want to take up all your time just putting in blogs. Let's hit save and go to post lists. And so we have our two blogs. Let's do a new post. And let's get out of that one. And I didn't do this ultimate beginner's guide, right? Did I?
No, I don't think so, Chris.
Yeah, I did. Ultimate beginner's guide was the
Oh,
first one.
my bad.
Okay, we'll do the debunking. Now, I did run these through ChatGPT, but I would highly recommend running your blog through a plagiarism software and kind of change it up a little bit. I wouldn't put this, if I was doing a real blog, I wouldn't just take ChatGPT stuff and just jam it in here because, you know, the algorithms of Google and everybody knows it's most likely AI written. And I'm the author, and we need a thumbnail on this one. Oh, we never changed the thumbnail on the other one too, come to think of it. So we'll just put this here. It doesn't really matter. Great. Save. And we need to edit this one. And all we need to do is I want to add all of this here. And we'll try adding a picture on this one inside. Okay. Ooh, that looks like poop. Yeah, see, it won't. It looks like I got to do it in pieces. Very interesting. But we'll get an idea here of by me doing it this way. All right. I'm just going to do the top part. And that's good. Maybe give it a little space here. And you can see I drove it into the other font size. We'll get that. Boom. And then let's just say we wanted to put an image here, right here. We could put our cursor there, and we should be able to just grab a picture. And we keep all the pictures the same size. Very important to do that. You'll thank me later. Now, that's especially on the thumbnail. Inside the blog, it doesn't really matter. I could make this small. I could hit the backspace up here. Let's see how this works. Nah, that's not looking good. So I'm going to just hit down here, here, and make this picture bigger. Click outside, and we'll just make it look nice like that. Beautiful. All right. So let's pretend that this is all done. It's looking great. We hit save. Go to post lists. Now we have 3 blogs, and we're going to publish this one as well. And the only other thing is we never changed the thumbnail, and I'll be interested to see how to do that. Post thumbnail. Here it is. Live and learn. And forget, I don't think we use this one. Great. Save. Go to post lists. Okay, our blog is done. We have 3 posts in here. Now we need to connect this to a website. So what we're going to do at this point is we have some tabs that are opening. So I want to close them. And let's go to overview here. And you can see we have 3 posts. And you can see you'll have some statistics here and all kinds of stuff going on. But now we want to go to connect. Down bottom left-hand corner, connect. And we need to find the website that we want to connect this to. Is there a search on this? There was a search last night when we did this, or yesterday. You there?
Yeah, that's what I was just thinking. Like, I thought there was.
If you got 200 websites, this could take some time. Uh, Hopefully, you'll have 200 websites too, but most likely you'll have just a handful. I'm looking for affiliate FastPass. There it is, right here. And imagine someday it'll have the share images here so we could see. That'll help us find it too. All right, affiliate FastPass. Cindy
Yes.
Branson. This is why we always talk about naming things appropriately. If these were just I built a website and I didn't name it properly, it probably would default to a cheetah website or a cheetah something, or you'll just see the
Yeah.
Builderall logo in here, and it's going to
Yep.
get very confusing.
Yeah, they're actually called My Cheetah website. Yeah, it would become a mess and it would be almost impossible to differentiate them without opening each one individually.
So in this case, we're just going to choose blank template. If I look at preview here, it'll be a blog that looks like this. I don't like this particular type of look. I find this very confusing to me. But you can edit this a little bit. I'm just going to do blank template, blank, and hit select. Website connected to blog. Great. There it is. So now what do? We got to go into our website builder, and we should see the blog probably after we refresh our website pages. There they are. Yay. All right, let's get into it. One of the things you'll notice here, and this is going to be confusing for you, I talked about naming pages a certain way. Let's name this too as well. Now, I didn't know you could do this too. Look at that. And click right there. So we're going to call this blog feed. Copy this. And feed is fine. And we can paste that in here as well.
And the feed, when you have a visitor to your blog, the feed is the first thing that they see. And then once they click on something, it opens up the individual posts.
That's correct.
That's what they call the feed.
And you're going to want to go into SEO settings, and you're going to want to have a really good description for SEO. Very important. We renamed this page. So now when I come back here, I know it said feed down here, but this will be very important later. You'll see. Let's do the same thing. I could edit it right here, or I could go on the three dots. Can they see us?
Yeah, I'll move us, but you can still see. You're good.
I could have gone to settings here, do it that way, but I never noticed we can just click right here and change the name, and that takes us to the settings as well. So nice little shortcut I didn't realize we had. Post. Now, what this is kind of like a template of your blog is created somewhere else, but what's going to happen is this is a template for that blog to live on your website and be functionable. That's all we need here. Hopefully I hit save on the last one. I think I did. And we're good to go. So now what we need to do is we need to create the layout of how our blog is going to look. So right now, if I go, let's republish. I go to view my blog. It's taking me nowhere. It's taking me to my homepage. And the reason I'm showing you this is so we do this together. Yeah, this is what you'll get. So I wanted you to see this. That means you haven't set up how your blog articles are going to look on the feed. And there's special elements that you need to drop on this page for that to happen. All right, so let's get out of there. Let's go into the blog feed. The feed is kind of like your main homepage of your blog, like Cindy Branson mentioned. So let's hit our pencil. And what we're going to do is we don't need this. We can just delete this. Now, the beauty of this is you have a panel here, and you could change the background. You can dress it up just like you would build anything in the Builderall builder. But we're going to need some elements in here. And I'm going to need what I call some elbow room on the bottom temporarily. So what I like to do is hit my sidebar here. I'm going to go to panels, and I'm going to go to blank panel. And I just put that's temporary for now, just to give me enough room where I can scroll down. It just gives me a lot of room to work. Beautiful. So the next thing I want to do is, how is my blog going to look here? Where are the articles going to go, and how are they going to look? So I'm going to go to add, and we have a panel. We always have to put elements on top of our panel. So we're going to go to elements, and now we're going to look for blogs, anything blog related. So elements, add elements, and then look for blog stuff. So let's take a look at a blog featured. So you have some different layouts here. You don't have to do that, but we can. So we could drag that in, and you can see that's where a featured article is going to go. Let's add elements and hit return to go back to all our elements. And I usually go to this one. It's called blog feed news. Some just have different colored buttons. It looks like black or blue. I'm going to go with the blue, and I'm going to drive that down here. Now remember, these are just kind of place cards, and you see what happened? It already picked in our stories or our blogs articles that we populated. And that's why it's important. If you're going to make your blog, technically when you go live, you should have at least 10 if you can. It's going to make your blog look a lot nicer. Now, we didn't make any of these featured, which we can do, but for now I'm just going to leave this blank. But what we can do is, on a lot of blogs, what you can do is leave yourself some advertising space or room for whatever you want to leave. So I like leaving most advertising. I guess it doesn't really matter. Could be on the left or right. Doesn't really matter. You can even put some, we probably want to leave some room for a header, right? So
Yeah,
we could
Chris, I
put
would
in,
suggest putting a header on.
yeah, so I can go to return, go to my text, drop in some text here. Maybe even have button to go back to home. We can do that, but we'll get to that in a minute. I'm double clicking on this, and we'll just call this welcome to my blog. I mean, you're going to want to have something a little bit better than that. You want to put some advertising up here. That's completely up to you. I'm going to put a banner on, or a panel on top of this, and I'll show you what I mean in a little bit. Now, the reason this one's blank is we never set one of these articles up to be featured. So we can do that. Don't worry. We can hit save, publish. Now, the next thing we're going to need to do, and we can go back in and edit this and make it look pretty and all that kind of stuff. But remember these pictures, we want them all the same size. If this picture was a different size, this one in the middle, it would drop everything down a little bit, or if it was smaller, it would be all uneven. And having things uneven can be disturbing to the end user. And you don't want that. You want people to come on and feel comfortable. And that's what this is all about. All right. So one of the things I want to do is go back to that blog. I'm going to hit publish. Let's go back to the blog articles here. We'll go to posts. And we'll go to, which is the one in the middle here, debunking. Let's change that picture. And you're going to want your pictures to be congruent with your article as well. You know what I mean?
Yes, Chris, absolutely.
All right, so that should be good. And let's go see if that even changed right away. No. Save. Publish. Great. All right. Now, remember we named it blog feed. Can you see that up here, Cindy Branson? It's probably small for you.
Yeah, I can see it.
So if I hit the drop down, see there's a lot of pages on the site. Now I can find it, because if you just went here, it would have just said blog, and you wouldn't know which is the feed and which is the post. So for now, I'm going to hit blog post, save and exit. And we have to put some place setters in there as well. Get rid of the text. Now this page is going to have to be a little bit longer, depending on the size of your articles. So remember I told you I like to put a blank panel on the bottom to give me room.
Mm-hmm.
And the reason why is I can only scroll like a tick, and this would take you forever. You can also go into here, right click on your panel, and you can go to sizes. I just never do this. And you can go height and jack up the height. And now you can see it can go further. Probably the easier way. Let's just jack it way up. I feel like that's not moving. Yeah, I feel like I'm scrolling the same. You guys can't feel my mouse here. Now what we need to do is add. Boy, that phone's really annoying, dude.
Sorry, let me turn off
Elements. And we're going to go to blog post right here. And basically on the blog post, can they see this? Are we?
Yeah, we're on the other side. We're good.
You have circles or you have squares, like on your share icons. I like circles. I'm going to just drag that in. On elements, text and everything, images, when you're adding elements, I highly recommend dragging them in. Yeah, just do that. Now this, we don't really, unless you're putting advertising on top of this article, I just like squeezing this in a little bit. I just grab that right-hand corner and give myself some advertising space. And this should be long enough. And we'll just test it out. We're good to go. Save and publish. Let's go to our blog feed. Let's see what this puppy looks like. Don't worry. If you're in the US or Canada, just refresh this once and it should come in. And there it is. There's your blog. And the beauty of this is we haven't made a featured article yet. So that's all we have to do is create a featured article. But you have your blog built. Now, let's hit read on one of these. And that should take us to the blog post itself. Let's see what that looks like. Oh, look at that. Now, we didn't edit this correctly, but you see how easy this is. And that's why I make the page super long, is so it can accommodate this particular any longer articles. So you don't have to worry about that extra space. I have plenty of space here for advertising if I want it. I could color this background anything I want. I could put a nice picture background back there. You could make it all white. You could do anything you want. That's the beauty of it. But this is super cool. It comes with its own unique domain for this particular article. And one of the things here is you can see this was done by Chesar. That's me. And it has my Facebook and my Instagram accounts right there. So people can connect with me right up top here. My email. And then if they want to share it, they can share it to their stuff or their social media stuff. Super, super cool. Let's go into the blog. Now, the only bad thing about this is this opened up on the same tab. We have no way of getting back unless we hit the back arrow. We need to put a button on there to go back to our main blog. Wouldn't you say?
I would suggest that, Chris. You always want to be able to go back to the homepage.
Yep. So let's make one of these our featured articles just so we fill that space. So what we can do here is we take what article we want and we hit the little star here, and that should make it feature. Guess what, guys? There's no save button here. Let's go to the live website and see if that happens without republishing anything. Nothing there. Nothing there. Not looking good. All right. So what we may have to do is go into our builder, go back to our feed page, save and exit. And we're in the editor. We can right click on this element and see what's going on. Let's hit the gear cog. Let's see what's going on here. So we got clean, simple, read more. We don't always have to show the date on everything. Sometimes that takes too much stuff in here. Show content, show categories can get crowded.
Honestly, showing the date is going to date your blog. So if you're doing evergreen content, you definitely don't want to put a date on it.
Very true. So here it looks like I had to go to the gear cog and I have to go pick which one I want. Hit save. Looking good. You can work on this spacing inside your article. But you see what it did is it took that away from my 3. So that's why I had originally built 4, but you get the idea. Let's hit save and publish. So that's different. I didn't realize I had to go into that element and take care of that. So if I refresh this once, it should take care of me. Twice? 3 times? There it is. 3 times this time. So now you have your featured article. The spacing is a little weird, but we can fix that. And this all looks good. And read more. It's going to take me to the article. So one of the things I don't like is I want to have something on here to go back to the main blog. A lot of people don't know that they have to click the back browser. And I wouldn't mind trying to fix this text to see what's up with that. So, but technically, if you want to just take over for a minute, stop sharing my screen.
Sure, Chris.
I've had the equivalent of 9 coffees today, and I have to step aside.
Okay.
We just built a blog inside Builderall.
Yes, some people may wonder, what type of blog can I do? This sounds great. And there are many different kinds of blogs. You can do a personal blog, which would be like sharing experiences, opinions, or your daily life. And then you have your business blogs, of course, that you promote products and services and include articles about industry insights and brand awareness, things like that. And then, of course, there's the niche blogs where you focus on a very specific topic like travel, food, or tech. What else we got? You got lifestyle blogs, of course, where you cover various aspects of daily living like fashion, wellness, um, personal development. And then there's the news and magazine blogs that you could create, which would be timely updates and articles on current events. These are the ones that you definitely want to put those dates on. You're not going to have too much evergreen content in a news blog. And then we mentioned earlier guest blogs. Of course, you can create a blog that is, all about guest blogs and just having different diverse perspectives, and each type will cater to a distinct audience. And again, like a real estate blog would be great for that because you have realtors, you have appraisers, inspectors, mortgage, title. Like there's just so many different aspects of what's involved in a real estate transaction that one person could go there and get all the information from all the different steps in one single blog, which would be great. And then, of course, why are you having this blog? What do you want it the result to be? Are you going to monetize the blog, like Chris had mentioned, where you can put ads on there and direct them to other places? Or are you just trying to make them aware of how to contact you, or maybe follow you on social media and drive the viewer to your website for sales and or make an appointment? So they're all things to consider. And, that's where sometimes you have it like just so many blogs will look like a regular website almost, where you have a header at the top where you can define contact, a home, about, and things like that as different pages of your blog so that people can get to know you and really feel like they know the writer and the owner of the blog. And that's going to really stretch the like, know, and trust factor that we talk about all the time, especially in affiliate marketing. But that covers every single business and industry that I can think of. Is you want to build like, know, and trust with your client or your prospective client, of course. All
Yeah,
right, Chris, that give you enough time?
yeah. So I'm just gonna create some ads here real quick. That's what I was doing too while you were going. All right, this should be good enough. All right,
All
we'll
right,
have an idea of what to do.
all right,
Now,
you're sharing.
no, I don't want you to share.
Oh, so sorry. We're not sharing.
Yeah, so let me come back. My bad.
That was going
So all right, so Cindy's dog is barking, but here it is, guys. You say, "Oh, I don't want to write a blog." You can use the Builderall blog tool as a store. You can use it as anything you want. Again, I talked to you guys about Mike Nelson, who we call him the Chief. He is our veteran Team Awesome member. He built a blog gallery for an artist where uh, all those blocks are paintings, pictures of paintings, where people can go in and learn more about what the painting is about, see a larger picture of the painting, and then hit a button to go and purchase the painting. So there's a lot of stuff that you can do with the Builderall blog. It's a whole different type of design. It's in nice little blocks. It's all contained, and you can get super crazy with it. All right. So what we're going to do is, I think you can share my screen here.
Yeah, and don't forget, like blogs are easily searchable, which can be an important element for when people are on there to find information, or if you're using it, like you mentioned, as a catalog.
Yep. So let's just, I'm just copying. Are you sharing my screen?
I am sharing your screen, Chris. I will be back just in a moment.
All right. So what I did is I just duplicated these blogs, okay? And I want to show you how we can control that blog itself. So let's go back to our blog page, and you should automatically see more blogs now because I duplicated them, okay? Just so you could get a visual of what's happening. And I can make this go more across. I can make more so it's not on pages. I can add a search bar. I can add all kinds of stuff here. So let's do that here. Let's go into the editor, and we're editing. Let me get out of here. We'll edit our blog feed. That's what this is here with all this here. Let's do a couple things. So we're going to edit the blog feed. And what we could do, and that's what I'm telling you, make your pages a little bit bigger. So all this stuff is going to have room depending on how long you want. Do you want people to go page to page to page, or do you want things down longer? Do you want them in columns of 2, columns of 3? So this is why this is just temporary. I could put a footer in here. In fact, let's do that so we're not confused here. So let's go here, pull this down, and let's come out here, and I'll just drop a footer in here so I can delete this panel. Go to one of my personal panels, and that's one of the nice things. You can save elements that you use a lot: panels, boxes, text, buttons, images. You can save them in here in the personal thing. So we need to go find a panel, and I'm just going to put, I don't even know what this is, official footer. Perfect. That's good enough. Great. So now we have some good room here, and this is fine. You can change here. We can right click on the featured. Maybe you don't want a featured. Maybe you want something here, images here. I don't know. But you don't have to have a featured. You can do what you want. Just go to this blog element, hit the gear cog, and we could change the look. We'll change it to simple. We can change what the button says. We can do whatever we want. Hit save. And it's going to give a different type of look. Now, I don't particularly care for this one. It's not what I'm going for. So I usually go with the defaults. Hit the gear cog. And you can experiment. It was clean. Hit save. And so you do have some control here. Now, on this one, we have other controls because there's more articles on here. Let's right-click on this one. Hit the gear cog. And let's see here. So we could show author, show date. We could turn categories off. We could show the thumbnail, not show the thumbnail. You have some control. But here's the feed components. Amount 6. Do I want to have, I would go, because I'm doing my columns in 3. You could do columns in 1, 2, 3, or 4. So let's try, 4 is going to be too small. And I could do 8 at that point. So headline, none, without featured. Oh, it looks like I could have all of them. So I could have my featured and that featured blog in the mix as well. I like that idea. I'm going to hit save. And now you can see I have 4 across, which I think is too much. I think 3 is good. 2 or 3, depending on what type of advertising or whatever you're going to do. So let's go back here and go to my gear cog. And if you're in the United States, you may want to change the date format the way you like it, the way you're used to it. And we're going to So the feed components are how many you're going to have going down, and then the columns are what you're going to have across. I'll hit that, and I'm going to go back to 3. I think that's good. Nice. All right. So this truth, we'll get into that, see if we can fix that if we have some time here. Running a little bit over. I'm excited because now we're just doing some cleanup and some design work. And this is where you can really get crazy, fancy fun. Let's put an image in here, put some advertising in here, and then we'll put a search bar in as well. So I'm going to grab an image, grab one of these, right click, general settings. With your blog, you're always going to want to put alt text in describing what your picture is. Very important. All that kind of stuff is really good to do. Change image, and we'll just drop an ad in here. Sounds like Cindy's back.
Oh, yes. I'm so sorry, Chris. I've been back.
We'll just grab these 2 things. We'll grab this one too. All right. So let's just pretend, hey, we want to put this ad here. We can put that here. Probably not the best look there, but we're only doing it to show you what you can do. So the other thing I want to do is maybe I want to put a search bar in. So we need to go to return. We're on add, elements, and we're going to look for blog general. Scroll down, and there's your RSS feed stuff. We can drop that in if we want, and we're going to drag it in. Let's drag this search bar in. Like that. And maybe we'll just put that right here. That's good. We can go back to our elements. Maybe we want to show the authors. Since it's only me, if I had 10 authors, I could drop something in about the authors. Go to, I think it's blog groups. No. Blog lists. Now, when you go to blog lists, it's not labeled, which is a bummer. You're going to have to experiment. They're separated. You probably can't see this, guys. Are we blocking this?
No.
They're kind of separated. It's 3 dots and 3 lines. Each one of those groups of 3 are something else. So let's drag this one in. And this is our categories. So we could have our categories list here if we want to. I don't think that's necessary personally, but you could. You could also bring in your authors, which I think is the second one down. Nope. Yeah, hopefully they'll label this eventually. Let's try the third one. Okay, so this looks like it's going to be the authors and categories. Let's see what that's all about. I know it's kind of squeezed up right now. So blog items is saying no categories. We can squeeze that in the way we want it. Same here. We can kind of mess around with this stuff. Maybe we want to put another ad in. We'll just do one more ad. Hit return to get back to my main menu of elements. Go down to image. And of course, we want to put our link to where this, our affiliate link to where this is going. Just drop that down here. And we can right click. I don't particularly care for if you shut the sidebar gallery here or editor, you can have this floater one here. And then we go to general because we're editing the image, and we can pull in another image here, change image, and we'll just bring this picture in. Great. And let's just pretend that's some sort of display ad. And if I want to put my affiliate link in here, you know how to do that. You would just go to web and put your link right here. Definitely open up in a new tab and then hit select. But we don't have to do that now. It's just for aesthetics. I'm curious why it's saying no categories found. So let's publish this site and see what's going on. And here I am on the live site. I'm going to refresh. I think it was 3 times. 3 times the charm. Yeah, so the categories isn't picking up. Not sure why. But say I searched for beginners. There's no posts found. So that's, we never created anything for that. So it's going to be, you're going to want to have a ton of categories. And that's why I don't like the category block here. Because if it was picking them all up right now, I must be doing something wrong to where it's not connected. But if I put it there and I have 100 categories, it's just going to go, it's going to make my page look really sloppy. So if somebody just goes, oh, you know why? I know why. We never attached categories to our articles. Or did we? Maybe we did. I don't remember. But anyway, remember how I told you to make the page long? It's getting cut off down here. So you really got to be aware of that and test your site and make sure everything is good. So I want to go back to the website builder and address some of these situations. This one, mainly that one. That's the important. I dragged and made the panel bigger. And I don't know why this is not picking up. Let's right click this and see if there's anything in the settings that I'm missing. Size wouldn't matter. Colors wouldn't matter. Tag configuration, no. I don't know why it's. I got to be doing something wrong. There's no gear cog on this. I'm not going to worry about that right now because I never use the categories. I'll just bring my ad up, and I never use my authors either. If I had maybe 3 authors, maybe I could put that there. So what happens is if somebody clicks on the author and you had multiple authors, so say Cindy was writing and Mike Nelson was writing on my blog, they would click on Mike because they only want to see the articles written by Mike Nelson. That's what would happen. Does that make sense, Cindy Branson?
Certainly does, Chris.
Man, you know better. It takes me a little bit. When I ask you questions, usually because I want to drink.
It's funny because sometimes we have a conversation where you don't want me to interject too much.
You're good.
You're running late and you're trying to keep on time.
Yeah, we're good. So let's just hit save and let's see if we can fix this text. Oh, I know what we need to do. One of the big problems too is when we click read more here, we could put advertising here. There's no way to get back. So we need to put some sort of button or menu or something to get them back to the main blog. So let's hit our back arrow. And one of the main things we're going to need to do, you see, this is not right. We don't want to copy this link because what it did is it's taking this query, this search, and is putting it in my domain. So we're going to have to get out of here, go get our domain again. because this is our blog homepage. Copy that. Should have been able to remember that. And what we're going to do, go back to our website builder, go back to blog post, save and exit. And what we're going to do is add a button to go back to the main home blog feed. So what I normally do in this situation is I'll add a blank panel. Panel. Blank. Take the text off it. And I like to color, you can color anything you want. But I usually color my panels black. Now, I'll show you what I mean. So I'm editing the panel, right click or hit the pencil. We're going to go to general settings or background settings, excuse me. And we'll change this color to black. Beautiful. And sometimes I may even do that temporarily. So I want to move this panel over this panel. So what I need to do is hit this little, I don't know, this little arrow thing up here on the top. And this is my move. And sometimes if you change the colors, even if it's temporarily, if you have a lot of panels, it's a lot easier to move. But this is easy. It's only 2 panels. So I just drag it up top over where I want it to be and then hit move. My understanding is they may change this to save. I'm not sure. But if it says save or move, you get the idea. Now we have a panel up top here, but we want it to be smaller. So you can see I try to drag it up and it stops. It locks. I need it smaller than this. So I'm going to hit my left-hand tab here, go into right-click on the panel I want to edit, which is the black one, go to sizes, and I'm going to go where it says minimum height, and I'm going to go as far as it goes to the left, which will be size 50. And what that does, it unlocks it, and it gives me the ability to kind of squeeze it up. And this is kind of, I could put a menu in here, I could do all kinds of stuff, but for now, I just want to put a button. So let's add element, and we'll just add a button for now. I'm not going to get crazy. Did I pass it? There it is. Button. We don't use this one often. I'm going to just drag it into here for now. Edit it in here. We're probably going to need a solid button. My bad. I might need a battery from my mouse. That's fine. Drag this here. And I'm just going to make this a little bigger temporarily. And we could just go back to home. Is that okay?
Yeah, of course.
It's fine. So right click on the button, hit the pencil. We're editing our button. I don't know. I like using the left-hand column. I don't know about you, Cindy, Branson. Do you like using the floating editor?
I tend to do more of the right-hand column than I do the floater.
Okay. So we want to show icon list and maybe put like some sort of arrow. Let's see what they got here. So I could type in arrow. You got to hit the search button with your, looking for like an L-shaped, upside down L. Like this, but the other way. I'm not seeing it. Bummer. Yeah, we'll just use this one. Of course, the one thing I'm looking for, then you can see it's on the wrong side, so I want it on the left-hand side. I just go to my icon, it'll be on the left. And what you see, it's kind of crunched up on the B. So what I can do is go in here put my cursor in front of the B and put a space. And now I'll be good to go. And then I can change my font size and just kind of, I don't want to lose them. A lot of people like my dad, he doesn't know. He's 85. He doesn't know to hit the back arrow. Make it a little skinnier, and we can make it a little bit bigger here. I think because my screen's blown up. Oh, now I see how I'm not editing the button anymore. So right click it. You got to be careful with that, especially if you're working with colors. And we're just going to go to my headline. That should be good. And then, of course, we want to jam that up here. Oh, my bad. We need to tell it where to go when you push it. So we need to click on the paperclip and paste in where we want them to go. Now, we could do this two ways. We could paste that particular URL in, or we could go to our page and select the page where we want them to go back, which would be the blog feed. And in this case, they're going backwards, so I'm going to have it open up in the same tab. Does that make sense?
It does, Chris.
No reason to have 20 tabs open. All right, so that's set. Now we can position our button where we want. And the only reason I open this up is so I have a little bit more room to edit. That's all. Just more convenience. And then you could put anything you want on here. You could have your custom menu to do other things too. But at this point, we just need to hit save and publish. And we'll check out our blog here. We'll refresh this like 3 times. And we'll go read a story. Or an article, I should say. There's our back to home button. And remember, you have room if you want to. You could spread this all the way out across. You don't want to go across my whole screen. And I'll show you that in a second. But I left myself some room for advertising. And that's kind of what I think you should do. Now, if they click here, nice in your face, you can actually put a button down here in a footer to go back to, since they're on the bottom. A lot of people aren't going to scroll to the top. They hit this, opens up in the same tab. They're back to their home page. All right. So the only thing I want to do is fix that text. I just want to add a couple ads in here just to show you guys what it could look like, because I think it's important to see, get a visual idea of what it could look like. So I'll just drop in a couple images, and they'll be meaningless images. Doesn't matter what they are. And we'll just drop that in, and then I can just duplicate this. All right, let's just pretend that these are ads, okay? So kind of you kind of get the visual of what it could look like. Save and publish. And in the meantime, let's go back to our blog articles here. Now, if you had closed this, it's okay. You've already saved this page. We can come out of here, leave here. We go back to our main pages. If we need to get back to our blog articles, we need to scroll down on the left-hand side. Are we blocking this?
Oh, yeah, sorry. I was off the game for a second there. You're good now.
Scroll down here, go to blog. If you want your blog up here in the favorites, if you use it a lot, just got to go find it. Affiliate marketing blog. And what we could do is hit the 3 dots, mark as favorite. and now it's up here because these are the blogs that we're going to be working on the most, if that makes sense. Edit blog. I'm going into my posts. I can go over here. Let's go take a look at this post and see which one is it that's causing us some debunking. What's going on with you, mister? Edit. So there is some funky spacing. The truth behind common misconceptions. So that's our subtitle. And it's down here that's getting wonky. In the ever evolving. In the ever evolving. I don't see a problem. Let's see if there's something going on here. No. You think it's the hyperlink or the, what do you call that? Dash when they do a dash?
A hyphen?
Hyphen? Let's see if that did anything.
Yeah, it seems to be center justified, even though you clearly don't have it center justified.
Let's see if it. Yeah, it's doing it down here too. Isn't that bizarre?
Huh.
Yeah. The other ones aren't doing that. It might be something funky how I copied and pasted it, so I might want to just retype that sentence. So we could try that and just see if that changes it. I don't know which one we're editing because remember we made a bunch of copies, so I don't know
Yeah.
I don't know which one we're editing right now. This is copy, copy, copy. So let's just type. Let's go down a notch, and I'm going to type it in the ever. I don't even know if that's a. Is that a hyphen? Should that be a hyphen? I don't know. I'm not good at grammar. I'm not the fastest typer either. Oh, it's got spell check. And I wonder if Builderall is going to add the magic text where they're going to put the chat GPT in here too.
I would think so.
All right, great. Just drop that down. Hit save. And let's just see if that made a difference. That was copy, copy, copy. Let's refresh this 3 times. Feel like it's still doing it, right?
Yeah.
Copy, copy, copy. I feel like it's not even pick. Did I hit save on the blog, right?
Thought you did.
Yeah. That's really weird. Well, anyway, I'm not really overly concerned about it. I would probably not want that as my featured one, but like I said, you don't even have to have featured. Yeah, it's something weird how it pasted in. Very, very strange. But anyway, that's something maybe you would delete this one, but since we have a bunch of copies, it is what it is. But you guys can see how powerful this can be. So if I go to, I haven't worked on this in a while. Healthy Habits Digest. Is it .com or .net?
Maybe .net.
No, I didn't put a Y.
Oh, I can't see that, Chris. Sorry.
Yeah,
There
it's
we
.com.
go.
So you can see this was a blog I had worked on. It's been a while, to be honest with you. But you can see what you can do. Like here's like a lead magnet. Maybe this is, let me see where this goes. No. Yeah, it takes them to, it's a lead magnet. So you can collect emails that way. You have the RSS feed if some people are into that, where anytime you post a new article, it'll notify them, or email them, however they have it set up. You could put what do you call this one, Cindy? I forget what they call this. Rotation banner.
Yep, that's correct.
You can make it this size. You can make it go all the way across where there's different ads flipping, as I'm doing here. Here's your search bar. So if I type in, let's see, keto diet, sounds like I should have that in here. Of course not. um, uh,
You do weight loss.
yeah. Weight loss is probably better.
And this
That's
is
fine.
where, organizing your blog before you even start building it can play an important role because you want to know what your categories are. You want to have an idea of how you want to present this. Just like you're building a website, you have a design idea already laid out. It makes the building part of it so much more faster, so much more efficient. On both sides, on the building side as well as for the viewer, to make it easier for them to understand how to navigate.
So this is interesting. I haven't looked at this in a while. Looks like there's something going on here that I did, and I got all this dead space in here. Whatever
Yeah, I
happened
see
there?
that.
And it looks like we put TikTok in here when we did that. We
Oh
don't use.
yeah.
So that's a TikTok feed. And then it looks like I got some other stuff for SEO purposes. Another rotation banner going on, and this looks like it's going to those articles. There's just so much you can play around with. Like obviously I got to come in and fix this. Oh, I know why that is, because I'm on a category lose weight. Let's just go back to all the articles and let's see if that space gets fixed. Yeah, it's fixed now. So that was because I searched and there was only 4 articles.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
But it would be nice if
Oh,
it did readjust, but because they're panels, it's not able to do that. But now it's the way it should be. Still not beautiful or anything, but you get the idea of the power of what you can do with this. Now, if I hit um, read more, you can see now I have my banner with my logo. I could put my logo in that top black banner. It doesn't have to be black. Oh, I did the upside down L. Return to home. Yeah, I like this one better. Return to home. And but I can run ads like this with all the different elements inside the Builderall website builder. You could have ads going ripping all the way down here. Get people to sign in. Will you collect emails? There's so much that you can do, and it's another. You don't always have to think of it as your blog. You could use it any way you want, because sometimes just the stigma of saying, well, I don't want to have a blog. You don't have to use it as a blog. You can use it as anything you want to use it as. And that's the exciting part about this whole thing. I think I'm done. Can you stop sharing?
sure, Chris. Great job. I know there was a couple hiccups there, but you did great. I mean, of course, we know that you didn't design that for beauty or aesthetics, but you definitely got all the functionality that you need to talk about and demoed it. So great job.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you. I appreciate that. I'm really excited about this. We did a test run in a team meeting, and I had made some mistakes because it's been a while since I've been in there, as you could see from my own blog. But you can go in there and have some fun. And now I'm excited about it because I know I can build a store, and I got some ideas for building kind of my own little shop using affiliate other people's stuff. Being an affiliate or a freelance digital marketer, however we want to define ourselves. But for me, yeah, I'm really excited about using this tool again, and I can't wait to the new advancements or improvements that they're going to make on the blog itself. But that was really easy to do. We pretty much had everything done talking in an hour. We had a blog technically built. That's how simple it is. So super excited about it. Hope you guys are too. If you're coming in late, make sure to click on the link, the first link. If you don't have Builderall, or maybe you had Builderall in the past and you want to come back and get live training with us outside of YouTube, we're still going to do YouTube, but we have our group live meetings twice a week. We also have a live workshop where you can work with other team members. You just sit there and work, chat, whatever you want to do. So 3 times a week, you can be inside our group training. You can do one-on-one training with me and or Cindy or us together if that's floats your boat. But we're here for you. We're here to get you up and running and making sure that you're utilizing the tools that you have inside your Builderall account. We'll get you up and running. Cindy Branson, anything else to close it out? Thank you, Derek Scott. Appreciate that.
No, I think we're good, Chris Chesar. Thank you, everybody, for joining us. And if you have a question and you're not on our team, feel free to also leave a comment with your question on either one of the channels, whichever one you're watching on. And we do check that regularly, and we'll get back to you.
Absolutely. And stay tuned for Cindy's amazing training that she's doing on Friday, February 23rd, 2024. And we may have a huge announcement to make about bonuses if you join our Builderall team. If you joined today, you're still going to get the bonuses that are coming. So don't worry. Don't wait. Get in here and let's get you up and running. We'll see you next time, guys.
Bye, everybody.
Oops. How do I end? I hit the wrong button. Sorry, guys. And there it is.